Okay, nice. So now let me break something down for you guys. I'll come again so that we can have like the full recording for those that are also just joining now. And please, while we are on the call, try to update your friends on the channel, right? Try to update them to join the call so that we can have good numbers and be able to interact and learn well today, right? So what was I saying before other people joined the call? I said a guy came to me, right? Now the guy stated to me that he trades top-down analysis, right? We all know what top-down analysis is. It's a very, very popular kind of strategy that most people use. You get a random strategy that a lot of us here know, and many of us use that as an approach to our trading, right? So he said he has been using it for a longer time, like a year, and he has been using it to make consistent profit from prop firms, right? So fast forward to early this year when Trump officially became the president, right? The moment Trump became the president, he noticed he started like losing. He entered complete losing streak, right? Now, why being on that losing streak? The only thing he was able to do is to sustain his prop firm without blowing it. Now, immediately he felt like something was wrong and needed to do what? Needed to seek attention. You understand? Let him see if there's something already going on with him. Now, he approached this mentor and he decided to explain his whole situation to the mentor. And what did the mentor tell him? Instantly, the mentor told him that that strategy he's using is completely bad. Something is going on, that the strategy is bad. First thing first, that's not the right thing to use. Now, what the mentor did is the mentor tried to introduce him, give him, and preach another mentorship to him. Now, let me break this thing down for you guys. If you start to chase different mentorship from one mentorship to another, at the end of the day, you become a prostitute in strategy. Like you are chasing different strategy without any consistency in one. Now remember that for that guy to be trading that particular strategy for like a year, which means that to some certain level he has achieved consistency in that strategy. So now why is this mentor now preaching to him to abandon a strategy that he has been doing what consistently chasing for like a year? And around that 1 year, that strategy has been consistently printing for him. Now let me let you guys know this particular thing. There is no holy grail strategy. Don't let anybody deceive you. No matter what you trade, no matter the type of strategy you trade, you are still going to lose. You will still lose money. Get now what makes your strategy completely bad, or what makes maybe your trading approach bad, is when you are now consistently losing without even attaining any level of winning. But so far that guy has been trading that particular strategy for 1 year and he has been consistently profitable with the strategy. If all of a sudden something starts to happen and he begins to experience something different, it means that the problem might not really be coming from that strategy. You need to understand that just as human beings change, that's how the market conditions are. The market conditions also change. You get? So that's why you as a trader, you can't say that because 2021 you had Forex knowledge 2021, then from that 2021 you are not studying, you are not observing the market condition, you are not changing, you are not revolving. You just stick to one particular thing you have been doing since 2021. You are now doing it till 2025. Now, everything changes, including me and you. We change. So, do you expect the market to remain constant without changing? No, definitely the market is going to change. The market condition has actually totally changed. And what did I do? When he called me, instead of me to preach mentorship to him, what did I say to him first? I said, do you know anything about fundamental? He told me no. I just laughed. Because why? The market conditions have changed. Now, it has changed because the market movement is being controlled by several factors which cannot be ignored, and one of those factors are your fundamental. Your fundamental are very, very important. Same way your technical is also important. That's how your fundamental analysis is very, very important. So the best thing to do now is to update yourself, not just by updating yourself with just what, with just technical, but also updating yourself with fundamental. That way, as a forex trader that you are, if I come across you today and I ask you what is wrong with BTC, you don't start opening your chart and be drawing line for me. It makes me look at you like a stupid trader, because you are supposed to be a financial educator. You are supposed to be a financial trader. Do you understand? So imagine calling yourself a financial trader, and I even tell you that dollar is, let's say dollar to naira rate is falling. Then I ask you as a forex trader that what do you think is causing it? Then you are not able to explain to me in a more relatable way that this is what is going on. Now you need to ask yourself, before you start saying, calling yourself trader, that you are making 5 RR, 6 RR, 3 RR up and down. First ask yourself that if they approach you today and they ask you, do you know the reason why the market is unstable? Can you be able to explain to me or explain to anybody that this is why the market is unstable? If you have not gotten to that level, then there's a problem. If you cannot also explain your edge to somebody, that's if you come as a trader, you must have something you are looking for in the market. If you are that type of trader that when you come, you don't have one particular thing that you are looking for. Now, I'm not saying come and say that the market trend is facing up. Then as the market trend is facing up, I will draw line here, draw line here. If the line break here, that is it. If the line, no, that is not trading. You need to have something you are looking for when you are coming. If it's fair value gap, that is your own edge, like your own strategy that you are coming, that okay, me, what I'm trading now, if I'm coming to the market, I'm looking for fair value gaps. Anywhere I see fair value gaps, I will capitalize on that opportunity. Then it means that you know what you are looking for. When you come to the market, you know exactly what you are looking for. But how many of you here as traders knows what you are actually coming to the market to look for? Like, if you come to the market this week, this is what you are looking for. If you have not gotten to that level, then there's a problem somewhere. Do you get? So regardless, even if I can come and tell you that, guys, this is what I'm looking for, but if I don't end up seeing it, it doesn't make my strategy a holy grail. It means I didn't see it, none. You understand? Now, let's head straight to the main thing. So I realized that his problem is not just his strategy. His problem is that he has no fundamental knowledge. Aside having no fundamental knowledge, his strategy is too plain because he doesn't really have like more confluences. You understand? He just need more confluences, things to look out for. Example, when I met when Abdulaziz joined this channel at first, he had his own strategy that he trades. I think probably he trades maybe ICT, or maybe what do you even trade? Price action. I don't know. What do you trade, Abdulaziz? Back then, can you remind me? Is Abdulaziz here? Abdul, are you here? I don't know. It's that this guy is not active. So it's like he had what he actually trade, but what did he do? When I taught you guys, every candlestick tells a story. He picked a part of it as his confluence. You understand? And he started adding it to what he's doing. You understand? So gradually, that particular thing he's doing started working for him. Good. So, okay. So gradually, all those things started working for him, right? So now let's just go straight to the point. So now what am I trying to say? I'll go to my Forex factory, right? Now what am I looking for? I'm coming to check this week. Do I have any news? You understand? That might likely influence the market or might likely affect the market while I'm trading. Now, the main essence of checking these things is, even if you don't want to trade it, it is good to just be aware. As a trader, even if you don't want to trade the news, it is good to be aware of this news, that okay, this is the news that is coming out. And if this news eventually comes out, it might make the market continue to move this way, and it might make the market continue to either move this other way. Now, what will you do? Click more, then we scroll down. You understand? Now, on Mondays, like I said, I don't normally trade on Mondays, because Mondays, most times, the market is just getting opened and the market is really preparing itself. The only time you see me take trade, maybe immediately the market opens, now I will just enter trade, and that's all. Now you can see that on Monday we even have French bank holiday for Euro. You can see that Monday we don't really have. So for me, the market might be extremely slow. So I might want to wait. Most especially, I trade sometimes on Tuesday, but if you want to see me trade officially, I officially start to trade on Wednesday. But on Tuesday, we can see that we still have good news that might actually influence the market on Tuesday, which will actually make me trade that Tuesday. Why? Because I like to trade under market conditions that the market is extremely fast. Do you understand? The market is extremely fast, because I just want to capitalize on those opportunities, make money and leave. You get, just one good day changes everything. You understand? You don't have to be here trading every single moment. Do you get what I'm saying? So now on Tuesday, you can see that on Tuesday 15, when you come scroll down around 1:30, around that 1:30, we have US, we have core CPI around that 1:30, which will actually move. We have, even for Canadian dollar, we have CPI. So you see, all these things might actually influence the market. We still even have like Empire State Manufacturing Index, right? So now, let me break down something for you. You might feel like, okay, this CPI now, how can I be able to trade this CPI? Over here, you can see that we have how many folders here? We have over here, we have the white, we have the ash, let me just call it white, we have yellow, we have orange, and we have red, right? Now, this particular one, you guys are seeing here, this particular one, look at where I'm highlighting. You can see where I'm highlighting. Can you see it? This particular one here is mostly been like used for maybe bank holidays. You understand, when the market is extremely slow. Then over here, this yellow one is called what? This particular yellow one, we all know what yellow is now. I just highlight it now. It's called what? This yellow one here, right, is called what? A low impact news, right? Now, why this orange one is called what? A medium impact, and the red is called what? A high impact news. Now, you see this first one, it doesn't have any significant move in the market. You understand? Now we have the yellow one, which actually doesn't influence the market that much. Then we now have what? The orange and the red. Now the red highly influence the market, like it drives the market crazy. Then the orange one too can actually move the market. You understand? So you might be looking at that too. But most of the time, when you have news like this, two things will happen. You might want to stay off the market when the news is being, that is, for instance, if you are in a trade and this news are about to be released, you might want to just step out of the market for some moments. Then maybe after the news you trade it, or maybe you trade the news immediately few minutes after it has been released, right? So now, how can you be able to trade this news? If you come back, you look at this top side I'm highlighting. Can you guys see it? Hold on. Can you guys see it? This top side, you see this place that I'm highlighting? If you come and look at this particular place, you will see details, you will see actual, you will see forecast, and you see previous. Now, this previous is the old result that has been released before. Why this previous is the old result that has been released before. Why this forecast is what we are expecting, the expected result. Do you understand? Why actual will now be the result that will now eventually come out. Now, get the difference. the result that you are projecting, we are expecting that, okay, this result might come out with this particular percentage, but what it will now eventually come out with is now what we call the actual itself. Do you understand? So now when you go back, now for you to get more information about this particular news, you see this folder here, just take a look. You can see this folder that has this blue in it. You see this yellow folder that has like a opening with blue in it, right? So what will I do now? I'll tap on that folder. Now when I tap on that folder, it will open up something like this for me. Now when you open up something like this for me, it's giving me the source of the news, the measures, change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumer excluding food and energy. We all know what goods and services are. We know that when we are talking about goods and services, if a country is producing, we all know that it will have either positive or negative impact to their economy. Let's take, for instance, now Nigeria. We don't have companies. We don't have any industry. Like when I'm talking about manufacturing industry, we don't manufacture anything. Whether you like it or not, when you take a look at it, you will notice that it is affecting us. You understand? Either negatively or positively. Now, the moment you see CPI, and you know that CPI is changing in price of goods and services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy, you already know that this particular news will have either a positive or a negative impact on USD, the currency. Now, what is the usual effect of this news? The usual effect say that actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. Now, what are we trying to say? Actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. What is the forecast? The forecast for the week is 0.3%, right? So what are they trying to say? If the actual comes out greater, you understand? Actual greater than forecast is, if the actual comes out 0.4%, it means that it is greater than what? Than the forecast. It is good for the currency. Being good for the currency means it is positive for USD, which means USD is what? Bullish. If it comes out 0.4%, it means that USD is going to be bullish, like USD is going to be strong. USD is going to show strength. And if you are a gold trader or you trade any pair that is actually being paired against the USD, you automatically know that if USD is strong, automatically those pairs are going to have effects of them doing what? Dropping aggressively. So if USD is pumping hard, gold, if you are a gold trader, you are expecting gold to fall. So instantly you go back to your chart, do your TA, you understand, mark out where you are going to go in, mark out where you are supposed to leave. You understand? Because that is you having like a proper planning as a trader. You're supposed to know where your TP is, where your entry is, where your stop loss is supposed to be. Do you understand? That is you now having like a proper planning before even deciding to jump into a trade, right? Now, he said that, which means that if this particular forecast, if this particular actual now comes out 0.2%, it means what? It means negative for USD. Being negative for USD means what? Being negative for USD means that USD will come out weak. And the moment USD is coming out weak, we expect the price of gold to do what? We expect the price of gold. Where's my trading view? Where did I even put it? Okay, we expect the price of gold to continue to rally to the upside. You understand? So let's take, for instance, it comes out, we expect the price of gold to continue to move to the upside, just the way it is moving. Do you understand? Now, last week, Tech Arena, you are here. Last week, I came and I gave what? I gave a weekly analysis. But some people might decide to ignore it. But for those people that didn't ignore it, it is here, over here. You understand? I did come back because I told you guys that I've been having like a busy week. I have current like pending project I'm working on. So I'm building an app, and also I have a lot of things that I'm doing. So all those things are taking my time. That's why I just came last week, gave you guys a prior idea of what I expect the market to do. Like I said, no strategy is a holy grail, neither my mind. Do you understand? I won't tell you guys that I don't take losses. I take losses. Do you understand? But what I will confidently tell you is that my losses are not something that I will say that they are too much. You understand? Because I'm a patient trader. I take my time. I don't come into the market and be trading always like you guys. But like I'm this kind of person that can stay and analyze the market for like a week, and I will use just one day to take profit and I'm done. You understand? So now last week, what did I say? I marked out this place from the daily perspective. You understand? When we go back to our day one, hold on. So when we go back to our day one, I marked out this place from our day one. I marked out my what? I marked out my daily reject daily. I came here to mark out my daily reject daily. Do you understand? Now, where is the market currently now? The market is currently at this point. You understand? So this level now is where I'm going to mark out for this week. I'm going to, okay, let me just finish for last week first. So last week, this is where I marked out as my daily reject daily, right? Now over here, we can see that there's a point, there's a what? A resistance yet broken. A resistance that has not been broken yet. Then we also have what? Over here, where I mark out my daily reject daily, we also have like a resistance here. You see this particular level is a resistance, a current level, like a current resistance level that is yet to be broken. You understand? As of that time, the market was still around this particular level, only for it has only from this particular candlestick. Now, our current high, if you look at from our daily perspective, our current high is this. Can you see? This was our current high. You understand? And this particular high is responsible for what? This particular high is responsible for this particular low. Is responsible for this particular low here. You understand? That high is responsible for what? That high is responsible for this current low that we are seeing here. Hold on. Is responsible for this current low we are seeing here, right? So now we can see that from the daily perspective, this candlestick has taken out what? Has taken out this high for us, telling us that it has this particular strength candle engulf what? It engulfs and closes above, right? Now, since it closes above, what are we expecting? I might be expecting that, okay, from the daily perspective, that is, if I'm not trading on Monday, I might be expecting the market to either pull back to this particular engulfing, pull back to this engulfing where the market, where this particular candlestick engulfed this and broke above, pull back to that level. Then I'll look for another buy opportunity to capitalize above. Before you see me sell is when maybe probably the market comes back and clear out this current low for me. This current low, right? That's where I'll be looking for what? That's where I'll be looking for like a sell opportunity, right? So, but from last week, what did we do? If I go back to my 1 hour, you understand? I go back to my 1 hour. This was what happened last week, right? Now, this particular strength candle, let me zoom it out for you guys to see. This particular strength candlestick was forming. And what did I say when we were actually looking at the market tech arena? I said that this candlestick, right? Initially, we're expecting, based on the weekly market movement so far, the market has retraced, created this particular low for us. So we're expecting that the market has gotten to this level, that the market will just continue, because from here we are suspecting that the market is already changing its direction, like it wants to go on what? A bullish trend. But this moment, I was expecting that, okay, this market might likely just break this level that I highlighted above, which is this particular level here that I highlighted above. But the market is here to break it. Then we saw a movement downward. I said, if we can have like this particular strength candlestick close below, if it can close below, complete, we are just waiting for it. If it can close below, what did I say? I highlighted this box. This box you are seeing here is me highlighting the engulf, this candlestick that engulf what? This 1, 2. You understand? It engulf it. So what am I expecting the market to do? I'm expecting the market to come back, tap into that particular level, right? After tapping into that level, you understand? Then I will now look for a sell opportunity. That is where my limit is, right? Now you see the moment, you can see that the market still had to do what? Create another particular green candle. Can you see? Created a green candle, now created another strength candle that engulf what? This particular candle engulf 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Creating still coming. This as of now, this is what our current low. You can see that this is our current low, right? You can see that the market still came and took out our current low. Can you see? It took out our current low. Immediately the market continued to drop. You get? So if you even like capitalize on what I said last week, it is a very, very good opportunity for you to make money before we start seeing the movement of the market. Now over here you might be wondering, okay, how will I now know when the market now turn to a buy opportunity? I will show you simple way. You can see that this particular, I will show you simple way of how I can know, right? So if you take a look at this particular level, you can see that when the market dropped to this particular level, right, the market created this level and this level, right? This, we can call it a double bottom. You understand? You can see the same level where price came, price rejected that same level. You can see. Now, like I said, the difference between you and I is you might be looking at the wick. I don't trade the wick of a candle. I trade the body. You understand? Because what I normally trade is I do body analysis of candlestick, right? When I'm trying to like analyze the market, I use the body. Now, the main reason why I use the body, here is my own reason. I'm not trying to tell you that you that is actually using the wick, you are wrong. But my own reason for using the body is because now, if you check, you can go and do your findings and come back, right? If you check from different like trade, maybe different platform, when you check different platform, you'll be able to notice that the level at which my wick and your wick might be, if you are using Xness and I'm using Hot Forex, our wick level where there is a wick rejection, if you check, maybe it can, if you even check very, very well, you will notice that it can never be in the same point. Do you get? Maybe if your own is in maybe 20, for instance, mine might be in 18. You understand? Mine might be in 18. It looks small, but these are things that can actually take you out of the market. And immediately it takes you out of the market, you will see that the market will continue to pump. So the reason why I don't use the wick as my own confluence, or if I don't use it to do my analysis, is because prop firms and brokers, they use the wick as manipulation. You understand? They use it as manipulation. But for the body of the candle, when you check the body of a candle, you will notice that sometimes there might be slight difference. But even if there is difference, it is not even up to a pip. You understand? It's not even up to a point. Very, very small difference. But for the week, you will be able to see a very, very good difference. Like a very large difference. If I look at where this week stops now, I go to another broker and observe where this week stops, is always different. Do you understand? So my concern is with the body of the candlestick. That's why if you come on here, you're able to see that I only catch from here. You understand? And if I want to catch, this particular thing has come down, I'll always catch from what? From the body of the candlestick, right? I always catch from the body of the candlestick. That's what I do. So I'm expecting the market to come back. Once the market come back, even if the market is touching the wick, I will not enter. I expect the market to, for now, what am I trying to say? If you notice, for some people, if you want to say that this particular candlestick engulfs this one, maybe if it engulfs it with the wick, you'll be like, oh, this market engulfs this particular level. That is not how I consider my own engulfing candle. I consider a candlestick engulfing the other candlestick, taking out that low by what? By seeing that candlestick closing below it completely. Don't get it mixed up. Before I can completely say that this particular candlestick has engulfed this candlestick, right? Or has taken out a current low, I need to see that candlestick engulfs it completely with the body of the candle. That is, it has to close below with the body of the candlestick. Now, mind you, the type of engulfings I'm looking for engulfing candlesticks that are responsible for breaking structure. Now, the difference is engulfing candlesticks that are responsible for breaking structure, just like your support and resistance. You might be like, okay, you are drawing line up, you are drawing line down. Then when the line breaks this particular level, you go into the market. But for me, I'm using engulfing candlestick, you understand, to engulfing candlestick that are responsible for breaking structure. Now, the moment that engulfing candlestick takes out structure, right, anything that will make markets go and break that particular engulfing candlestick again, because those engulfings that are breaking structure are very, very strong confluence in the market, right? Because for them to take out structure, engulf that particular candlestick and take out structure, those are significant points that price might eventually come back there. And the moment price breaks that level, you automatically know the right thing to do. Do you get? So now, just to go further, if we come on here, you'll be like, okay, for this point now, how do you think I can capitalize on that? You will just see me come on here. I'll just highlight this level, right? As of here, from this particular point, from this particular level, we might just say that, okay, we already have this level here as our current low. Wait, let me go back to my replay. Let me go back to replay and cancel. Okay. Right? So as of this level, we might say that, okay, as of now, this is what our current low, right? We might say that this is our current low where the market has gotten to, right? Now the market has dropped. Now the market has dropped completely, right? So now over here, we might say that, okay, do we have an engulfing here that took out structure? Yes, we do have an engulfing that took out structure, right? But now, have we gotten our confirmation yet? We just have to hold on. Why? Because if you look at this level, I can also highlight that we currently here is our current high, right? So what will I do? Let me play the replay now. Let me play the replay. Okay. Okay. Now, I've paused it, right? So now, you see, the market rally to the upside. It took out this high for us. Took out this high. So, but this level was at what? Our current high. You understand? But in general, it took out this high. Now, the moment it took out this high, over here, if I check on this particular place, oh my God, I've cancelled this thing. Okay. So, over here, we might now call this level, this particular level here, right? Let me pick my pencil. So this particular level here, we might not call this level what? Our current high. Can you see this level? So we might not call this level what? Our current high, right? So this level is our current high. Now this level now that is our current high, what will I do? I will just come on here. And I'm trying to remove this. I don't know how to remove, okay? So this particular level now, we can now come on here. Sorry. Let me drop this. So we can now come on here to highlight this level what as our current high, right? Now this is our current high, and this candlestick is a strength candle, right? This first candlestick is a strength candle, but this is our current high. Now what are we expecting? We're expecting to see a candlestick that will either take out this our current low or our current high, an engulfing a candlestick that will engulf them and take it out, right? So now when we play this, the next candlestick comes. Now, what do you notice? When the next candlestick came, it did what? When the next candlestick came, sorry. Okay, good. good. Now, when the next candlestick came, you will notice that the next candlestick broke above this candle, right? So what do you think I will do now? Well, now what you will see me do now is I'll look for this, right? I will draw from the body of the candle. You see now I'm ignoring the wick, right? So now I will drag this, I will drag from the body of the candle, stop below. Now I will drag from the top, then I will leave it on the body of the candle, ignoring the wick, right? Now this level now is what? My engulfings. Now, this level is my engulfing. What have I done? At first, I've gotten my direction. You get? I got my daily reject daily, which is my direction. Now I'm coming to look for my confluence and confirmation. Now I've seen my confluence already. Now I'm trying to go for my confirmation. Now going for my confirmation is me now waiting for market to retest back that engulfing. Now what will I do now? Now I'm expecting market to come back to this level. You understand? This engulfing. The moment market retrace back into this engulfing, I'll look for opportunity for a buy. You get? Now, what will I do? When I play it, you see that market came back to this particular level, right? You can see market came back to that level. Then market continued to move to the upside. Now, the moment market continued to move to the upside, you can see the market continue to create series of candlesticks that are breaking our current high, going up, taking out higher high, taking out higher high, taking out higher high consistently. So from this place now, you already know how many pips you've already catch from the market, right? So now that is just a proper way of like doing an analysis, right? So now let's see for the week. Well, what is the first thing we are going to do now for the week? The first thing we want to do now is we've seen the incoming news we have already, right? We've already seen the incoming news so far we have this week. So what is the next thing we want to do? We'll go to our commitment of traders report. Now we want to know the sentiment, the weekly sentiment for commitment of traders report, right? So what are we to do now? We'll just come on here, click on this, click on metal, put it on gold. You understand? Now we'll put it on gold. Like I said, you can check for any pair you trade, regardless. Maybe you don't trade gold, you trade any other pair. You can also come on here and check it. Now for this week, we can see that they have what? A short. They are adding their short, but they are recovering their gold. That they are removing their long, right? But they are adding short, which automatically tells me that this week we might see more of what? Short opportunity. That is for me. I might say that the COT sentiment for this week, even though we still have 164 long and we have what? 35,743 short. You understand? Even though we still have more longs order, you understand, than what? Than short order. I would like to say that they are adding more shorts, which is telling us that the market sentiment for this week, we might see a little bit drop than what? Than buy. But we all know that the long opportunity is much in the market. But this buy, this short might just be a little retracement from this massive push. It might just be, it might just be a little bit retracement from this massive push that the market has done over the week, right? From this massive push that the market has done over the week, we might just see a little bit retracement, at least back to this level again before we see the market continue to move. So if you ask me, what do you think I will do now? Now, the next thing I will do now is, let me remove all these things that I've like analyzed so far so that I can have like a plain background. Sorry, I know how to use my laptop a lot more than my tab. Okay, let me just go to my daily. So now for my daily, what am I trying to do now? Okay, now for my daily, let me remove these things. Sorry guys, sorry for wasting your time. Just that I think I'm not that good with my tab like that when I'm using trading view, but everything is clear now. So now, right? So for me, I don't know, you don't have to analyze like me, you understand? You just look at what you can see clearly in the market. But me, I'm just telling you what I feel like I'm supposed to do, right? So now this particular level is where me or highlight as what my daily reject daily, right? Now, this level is where I will highlight as my daily reject daily. My most recent low, like my most recent low that is yet broken is what? Is this level. That is my most recent low that is yet broken. And that is where I expect that the market might a little bit rally to before we continue to the upside. You understand? So now what will I do? I've highlighted this point. You see this level that I highlighted? That is where the next candle is obviously going to come. That is where the next candle, not obviously, that is where the next candlestick is going to open. So is what? Daily reject daily, which means that opening and closing candlestick. That is what my strategy is all about. You understand? The opening and closing, right? Now, this is the closing of last week. Let's say the closing of Friday, right? Daily candlestick. This is where it's closed with a little retracement downward, right? Now, this is where the next candlestick is going to open. So I'm trying to catch the next candlestick, right? The next candlestick open. Now, I'll go to my 1 hour now to look for my confirmation, my confluence, and what my confirmation. Now you see, this is what I'm expecting, right? So now, as of now, I'm looking for engulfing candlestick that is responsible for breaking structure, right? Engulfing that is responsible for breaking structure. So what will I do? One of the level that I'm highlighting as my current low that I'm expecting market to take out, right, is this level 1. Then what? This level. Then this level. Let me just do it this way. Let me just do it this way. Hold on. So let's say I'm expecting. So let's say I'm expecting the market. I'm expecting the market to break this particular level. You understand? Now, breaking this particular level, I don't have any business with the week. I want the market to break this level, you understand,
Can
and
you give
close.
that square a little color?
You say what? Okay.
Give the square a little color so we can see
Okay,
it.
let me give it. If I give it black, can you guys be able to see it? Can you guys see it now?
Yeah, we can
Is it
see it.
clear? Is it clear? What
Yes, but
about this red? Is this red making more sense?
yeah, the red is okay. The red is okay.
Okay. Now you can clearly see I'm expecting the market to break this level, right? Now, if we see above here, we can see that this level 2 is our current high. As of from our 1 hour, this level is our current high that is yet to be broken. You understand? That's like our current high from our 1 hour perspective that is yet to be broken. But our overall trend is what? Our current trend right now is that the market is trending what? To the upside, which is uptrend, right? But now the market has been trending uptrend for long after this particular drop, right? And we can clearly see that over here, you can see a level. If you drag this to this level, you see that I'm using the body, not the wick. Can you guys see, right? With the body, if we drag it very, very clearly, we'll be able to see that this level is like our most recent high. Is a very, very strong resistance level that market has not broken yet. And I will tell you that from my own feeling, market is not going to break this level, not yet. You understand? Not yet. It will eventually break it, but not yet. You get? Because the market has refused to even break this level here. that's refused to break it. You understand? Then I think we have another level above that the market has not broken. But like I said, I'm more focused on what is happening right now. You understand? So, but now we are highlighting this level. What are we expecting? We are expecting that either this market break this level and closes above, or breaks this level and closes below. Now I've highlighted 2 points for you to observe. That is, I've highlighted 2 points for you guys to do what? To observe. Hold on. I've highlighted 2 points for you guys to observe. You see this level, this circle, inside this circle, the up and down. Now, I'm expecting to see an engulfing candlestick that will take out this low, right? Or an engulfing candlestick that will take out this high. Now, after that engulfing candlestick, we expect to see what? We expect to see a retracement back into that engulfing. Now, after that retracement back into that engulfing, that is where our entry comes in. And our entry, we can take it from 15 minutes. You understand? We can also take it from 30 minutes. You can take it from 15 minutes or 30 minutes. You go down, scale down to 30 minutes to look for a very, very good entry. Do you get? So that is basically what we are actually looking out for. You see this area that I circle is an important area for you to get everything you want. Only if you pay attention to what the market might do. I've given you 2 things, right? Is that you see an engulfing candlestick. An engulfing candlestick is either a strength candle that engulfs this particular candlestick and closes below, confirming. If it closes below, it confirms to you that it has taken out this high complete. If it closes above, with the body of the candle not weak, not like you will see a market move, right? Let's take, for instance, let me draw a candlestick here. Hold on. Not like you will see a candlestick like this, for instance, a candlestick like this. Then you will not see a long wick of the candle, right? You will see another wick now below. You will not say that the market has broken above. For ICT traders and SMC traders and the rest, you guys might say that, okay, the market has broken above with the wick. I don't consider that as a proper break of structure. Now, what I consider as a proper break of structure is, if the market is like this, I want to see a candlestick that will do what? That will come and break above. You understand? Break above, even though it has a wick, but the body is my concern. I want to see the body break above. So that is just an easy way, you get, of you like just getting the market direction for the week. Okay? Does that make sense? Guys, are you
Yeah,
guys
it
here?
does. Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. So that is just an easy way, right? So know your market structure very well. It's very, very important. Now, one thing that gives me a proper understanding of what I'm doing is my market structure. You understand? Observing that, okay, if market is about to break, you see those trends candlestick. I've told you guys that one thing about candlestick is they are very, very powerful confluence. Every candlestick you see on your chart tells you a particular story. Do you get? It now depends on you if you can actually read in between the stories that candlesticks are actually giving you. But every single candlestick you see, I mean, down from this, when we go back to our chart, down from this to this to this to this, every candlestick tells you a story. We have the indecision. Just to summarize the candlesticks, we have what? The indecision candlestick, we have what? The strength candlestick, and we have the control shift candlestick. If you can be very, very familiar with those basic candlesticks, then trust me, you get, it will help you to see more. You don't have to trade like everybody. You just need your little confidence, things you come out and look out for. If I come to the market, you might come as an SMC trader. You have what you are seeing. If I come to the market, what I'm seeing is working for me. So I don't have any business. And with my own strategy, I will tell you that the risk to reward, my risk is very, very minimal. If I want to catch a trade, I'll catch a trade with a good risk management that I might not even be able to, my my SL will not even, my SL will be very, very close to my entry, and I might not, like, I won't even hit my SL. Even if I'm to even hit SL safe, it will not be that much. It will not be more than just a few pips. Do you get what I'm saying? And with the kind of strategy I trade, the minimum target you can catch is around 100 pips. So, and before I get my setup, it's very, very difficult. Trust me, you cannot come on the market, you cannot come to the market today and immediately you come and be seeing what I'm looking for. You will not be able to see it. Maybe in a week, you might see it either, maybe in a day, maybe you might see it twice in a day. Maybe on Monday, if you come, you might just see it twice. Maybe Tuesday, you see it twice. But when you come across what I'm telling you, if you see it in that particular market, once I see it, I have confidence that this market is going to make this move. But though something was happening to me, that's why I said market condition change. Something was happening to me earlier this year. You understand? When Trump started making all those policies he's making, I will see my own, like I will see my confidence, what I'm actually looking for. I will see it. You understand? My confirmation, I will see it. But the moment I see it, right? Many times when I see it, I always enter the market late. You understand? Because the moment that candlestick break and form a strength candle, that retracement will not come back. You see, now me, I'm always waiting for a retracement. You know why I'm waiting for that retracement? I'm waiting for that retracement because I want to catch the market in a very, very good, proper place that even if my SL is below, I will not be losing too much. You understand? So that my account can be able to handle it. But I just noticed that the moment the market breaks, sometimes it might not retrace that much. It will just retrace a little bit and continue to pump. Like the next thing I might just see is like a very, very long candlestick, a spike. Do you understand? So that thing kept on happening to me. I started having miss entry. If Abdulaziz can remember, then when I was trading, I will see, like, we'll see a very, very good setup over the week. But if we want to enter into that market, we'll end up realizing that the market has already made a complete move. That's when I now had to go and do what? Come up with every candlestick tells a story. Now, the moment you see a strength candle, if you see this particular strength candle now, you see this particular strength candle, let me tell you something. There are strength candles that are like this. They are box shape. This my pencil is not drawing well, so I'll draw it anyhow. So they are box shape, but they don't have, some of them have small wick, some of them have small wick downward, but there are some, if you take a look at them. Now, let me show you perfect example, right? You see this particular candlestick, this one is a strength candlestick. Can you see that it has a small wick above? Now, what is it trying to tell you? Now, let me give you a proper breakdown and a proper understanding of what this particular thing is saying. Let me drop my... So now, if you look by your side here, you will see that this upper wick and this lower wick, which one is more like long? The down one, right? The downward wick, that is the one that is more long, right? Now, what it means is that the market opens at this level. Come on, let me drop this. Okay. So, sorry. So what it means is that the market opens at what? This particular level, right? Now, when the market opens at this level, buyers made attempts to push the market up. That is why you are seeing this wick here. You understand? The market opened at this particular level. Can you see this level, right? But buyers made attempt to push the market up. That is why this wick was created, right? But what happened? Sellers reversed the attempt. They reversed the attempt and they push price downward. You understand? Now, when they push price downward, they push price to this level. Now, when they push price to this level, the reason why you saw market continue to, like you saw, we can see that this week now reverse back to this level is because what? Buyers now reverse their attempts. Do you understand? They reversed the attempt. Now, when they reverse the attempt, what happened? The candlestick closes here and a new candlestick open. Now, when the new candlestick open, you can see that the first thing buyers did is they made attempt again to continue to push the market upward. What happened? Sellers did what? Sellers reversed the attempt and they pushed price below, forming this wick. Right now, when they push price below, buyers reversed the attempt of this particular move back to the upside and close here. That is why back to the upside and close right up here. That is why you can clearly see what? That is why we can clearly see that there is a wick below. Now, immediately there is a wick below, we see the next candlestick, the same thing happen. The next candlestick, the same thing happen, right? So if you take a look, the moment you see strength candle print, the next candle that will come out might likely be another strength candle. You understand? But this particular strength candle came with a reversal at the top, reversal at the bottom, right? Now you can see another strength candle print. The market will continue to move that way. So you see strength candle are significant in the market. All these candlesticks you are seeing, they tell every story. You understand? They tell every story. Maybe on our next class, I'll be able to give you guys like a proper explanation of, maybe we'll try to remodel that course again, because I've given you guys, and the course is actually pinned on the channel. But if you are lacking behind, you don't understand what I'm saying, you can still go back to the channel pinned, or maybe some other time I might come out to just give you guys another prior explanation of the every candlestick tells a story. Just 3 major candlesticks that are powerful confluence in the market that can actually help you see better. Get? So I hope these informations I just gave you guys will help you guys to see clearly this week, and I'll be stopping here. Stay blessed, guys. Now, questions can come in. I'll be giving a few minutes for these questions, please. I need you guys to make it snappy and let's move. Okay? So don't tell me that everybody understand, though. Everybody understand what I'm saying? What I said so far? Everyone is unmuted, though. Okay. Then for BTC, I hope you guys see what BTC is doing. I called that trade. BTC has actually broken another all-time high. You understand? So guys, don't sleep on it. I'll be dropping hot trades on BTC this week. Okay, so you guys should ask your questions, please, before we call it a day. Ask your questions. Everybody is unmuted, though.
Good evening, Mr. Tolu.
Yeah, good evening, brother.
Okay, so during the course of your teaching, you talked about marking highs and lows with the body of the candle. So
Yeah.
my question is this: if we mark highs and lows with the bodies of the candles, what do we then use wicks for?
Like I said, right? You see, let me tell you something, right? One of the proper way for me, like one of the strongest way of marking out your trend line, drawing your trend line, is drawing your trend line with the body of a candlestick and not the wick. Why? Because with the body, it gives you more confirmation, more clarity than drawing it with the wick. You understand? Because wick can be used as fake out. You understand? Now, what do I mean by fake out? Right? Now, what you are going to use the wick for is nothing. I don't use the wick for anything. I don't have business with the wick. I only use the wick maybe for entry. You understand? Now, because I expect the market to come back to my engulfing, to just test retest back my engulfing, the moment it enters my engulfing, I look for a sell opportunity immediately or a buy opportunity. That is what I only use the wick for, just to observe when the market is going. And it's not even, if the market wants to retest back my engulfing, right that time that I'm looking at it, it will retest back with the body before it leaves a wick. You understand? So I don't use the wick for anything. I use the body for everything. Why? Because I've observed that pro firms, broker, they use the wick to manipulate you. You understand? So if you use the wick, if most traders, right, observe, most traders, if you want to set your stop loss and your TP is always above a certain wick, or is always around that week, the end of that week, or maybe below the week. You see that level? That's why sometimes you might be in the market and you are expecting market to, that's your TP. You are saying that when market go there, market will tap into it, and when market goes there, it will reject and come back. It will reject. You might just wake up and you just be like, oh my god, and this market entered profit, but I didn't hit TP. Oh my god, why? Because you have been manipulated. You get? But if you use the body as like a confluence, like a confirmation to what, just try it and see. You get? You know, we come on here to talk about things. When I talk about it, what you just have to do is go and practice it on your own, back test it, then come back and tell me between the wick and the body, which is more stronger for you to use. You understand? Then come with that final conclusion. You get?
Yes, I
So the
get.
final
Thank you.
conclusion of everything is I don't use the wick for anything. You get me?
Thank you so much.
All right, brother. Stay blessed. So please, any more question? So in absence of no question, let's call it a day, guys. Stay blessed.